Oh, hey. Honestly, I should not be on camera right now. The way I look and the way I'm speaking, I'm ill. But I always bang on about consistency to my clients, and I'm trying to be consistent with social media. So here's me walking the walk. Let's get into today's video. I have come up with a question that will literally determine whether someone is going to be successful on their fat loss journey or not. This question is literally going to tell you whether you are going to actually manage to stay on track this time long enough to see results, or whether it's just going to be another one of those times where you say you're going to do something and then it falls through and you don't get to where you want to be. And by the way, hi, if we haven't met, my name's Natalie. I'm a fat loss coach for women, specifically for women who love food, like me. So if that's you and you want free daily advice to help you along on your fat loss journey, then make sure you go and follow my Instagram at Natalie Louise Coaching. And don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube, where I try to post weekly in-depth videos, again, completely for free to help my fellow foodies on their fat loss journey. Anyway, back to the video. Look, a lot of the time, people say the same sorts of things, right? Oh, I know what to do, I'm just not doing it. I've started time and time again, but I just can't stay consistent. I was doing really well, and then insert big life event that happened that threw me off track. And the cycle goes on and on and on. And the truth is, as we know, we're not robots. And so it's not just about doing the do. I know some people think it's woo-woo, but mindset plays a huge part. It's actually just as important a component as the training and the nutrition itself when it comes to being successful in the long term. Like I say, I've whittled this down to a single question you can ask yourself right now, which is going to determine whether your mindset is in the right place to start a fat loss journey, so that this time you can actually be successful. Because ultimately, the more failed attempts you have, the more you are just proving to yourself that this is something you're not capable of. And that's going to drive that negative mindset and negative outcomes. So I want you to ask yourself this question before you even start. Make sure you're in the best place possible and make sure that you're ready to be successful. So the big question is, do you want to lose fat, or do you really want to lose fat? I know, let me explain. I want to travel the world. I want to be able to speak French fluently. I want to be able to run a marathon. So what I'm talking about here is the difference between I want to do versus what I really want to do. The difference between those things is whether I'm willing to put the work in and do what is required to get me there. I want to travel the world, but right now it's realistically not possible for me to make that a priority. I'm building my business. I don't have enough money yet to do it in a luxury way, and I am past the point in my life where I enjoy living out of a rucksack and staying in cheap hostels. I want to learn French so that I can go on a random weekend away with someone to France and just go into a bakery, start speaking French, and they'll be like, oh my God, I didn't know you could do that. And I'll be like, yeah. And I'll feel really cool when I go and ask for une baguette. But I'm not willing to practice French on a daily basis and keep up my Duolingo streak. I want to run a marathon. How cool would it be for me and my business as a fitness coach if I ran a marathon? How cool is it for anyone to be able to say that they ran a marathon? But am I willing to put in the hours week after week and put my body through the training that it actually requires? Honestly, no, I'm not, because it's not a priority for me. At the moment, I don't have a lot of time. There's a lot of new stuff I'm currently learning. And so in the midst of all that, that stuff just is not high enough up on my list. So yes, I want to do these things, but when I actually sit down and think about it, not just the outcome, but the steps required to get there, I realize that it's actually not as high as a priority as I originally thought when I thought about the nice shiny outcome. And so realistically, I'm just not going to make time for it. So that's the question I want you to ask yourself about fat loss. Yes, you may want to lose 5 kg, 10 kg. When you're thinking about how great it would feel to be confident in your bikini on the beach or wear those clothes that you fit into 2 summers ago, are you thinking about the days you might have to go out on a walk because it's been raining all day, you've been trapped in your house or glued to your desk at work, it's still throwing it down, it's still cold, but you need to go and get in your steps. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to go to the gym or work out at home, even when you really, really, really do not feel like it? Are you willing to challenge yourself next time you feel that impulse to snack? And you want to go to the shop to buy yourself a little sweet treat because it's been a long day? Are you willing to have a couple of sober nights out? Are you willing to have those uncomfortable conversations when somebody asks you why you're not having dessert? There's so much to this, so many of these things that will crop up and throw you off track if it's not a priority. Let's say you go for dinner, planned it into your calories, but then everyone gets a dessert. And you think, I don't want to be weird and be the only one not getting a dessert. I don't want to have that conversation. That'll be really awkward. And actually, yeah, I'd quite like that chocolate brownie that's on the menu. So you think, oh, I'll just have it. And then boom. And you go into bed that night and you feel like a failure. You've fallen off track again. So yeah, one of the things you might have to think about when you're dreaming of that beach bikini or those summer crop tops or those jeans from 2 years ago is, am I willing to have that uncomfortable conversation when someone asks me, do I want a dessert? Even when, yeah, I really might want one. Sometimes this stuff can be quite easy when we set up for it day to day. But the point of this is there are going to be moments that crop up unexpected, that challenge you. And you have to commit and be ready to face those challenges before you start trying. And if you're not ready, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with making small improvements here and there. That's still progress. But if you're serious about dropping 5 kg, 10 kg, transforming your body, creating visible change in time for summer or a wedding coming up or your holiday, then ask yourself this question. Do I want to lose fat or do I really want to lose fat? And if you are ready, but you just need that bit of extra support, the right training plan, knowing what to eat, bit of accountability, someone helping you fix those bits where you keep going wrong, then you can book a call with me. Links in the description. It's absolutely free. And we'll just have a 10-minute chat about your goals, what you want to achieve, and I'll tell you roughly how long it's going to take and what it's going to require from you. And like I say, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Natalie Louise Coaching and here on YouTube. Subscribe, like this video, and comment if there's a topic that you're struggling with that you'd like me to cover in the future. And if you do want to book a call, links in the description. See you in the next video.